Thank you for coming, baby.
I cannot believe that.
Thank you.
I can't believe you.
Thank you for the support.
How did you
Thank
do
you for
that?
coming. Thank you for making it across halfway across the world. You're the best, baby.
Oh my God.
The absolute best. Was it electric?
It was unbelievable.
The stadium roars. Floodlights sweep across the field as the Kansas City Chiefs take the win. In the VIP box, a camera catches Taylor Swift, smiling, clapping, leaning close to NFL star Travis Kelce. The image explodes across the internet within minutes. Headlines scream Taylor Swift's new love, while TikTok feeds spiral into theories, timelines, and fan edits. But behind the sparkle of America's sweetheart and one of the NFL's most charismatic players, another narrative begins to brew. Whispers about PR strategies, questions about timing, rumors that what looks like a fairy tale romance might be something else, an image, a deal, or a ticking clock. Is this the start of a genuine love story or a carefully staged connection with an expiration date? And more importantly, in the high-stakes worlds of music and sports, what's real and what's just part of the show?
All right, LA, are you ready to go back to high school with me? You're on the phone with your girlfriend. She's upset. She's going off about something.
Long before their names were stitched together in trending hashtags, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were carving very different paths to the top of American culture. Taylor Allison Swift was born in Reading, Pennsylvania, in 1989, a girl with a head full of melodies and a notebook full of lyrics. She grew up on a Christmas tree farm, learned guitar in her early teens, and was fearless enough to convince her parents to move to Nashville so she could chase country music stardom. By 16, she had a record deal. By 20, she was the most talked about crossover act in the world. Taylor didn't just write songs, she built narratives, turning breakups and love affairs into cultural events. Each album became a chapter in an evolving mythology, one that blurred the line between art and autobiography. Travis Michael Kelce's upbringing couldn't have been more different. Born in Westlake, Ohio, in 1989, he was raised in a tight-knit, competitive family. His older brother Jason would also go on to NFL glory, but was Travis who had the bigger personality, outgoing, witty, a natural showman. Football was his ticket out, but it wasn't without setbacks. A suspension in college for failed drug tests nearly ended his career before it began. He fought his way back, was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2013, and steadily rose to become one of the league's most dominant tight ends. Both were relentless in pursuit of their goals. Both built brands around authenticity and performance. Taylor became the artist who could write a song that defined a generation. Travis became the athlete who could win championships and steal the show at a press conference. Two worlds, two empires. And yet the similarities were there. Magnetic charisma, mastery of public image, and the ability to make millions of people feel like they knew them personally, even if they didn't. By the time their paths crossed in the public eye, both were at the peak of their powers. And in an age where celebrity pairings can dominate headlines for months, this was a pairing that practically wrote itself. By the fall of 2023, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce weren't just household names, they were cultural forces. Taylor was in the middle of the Eras Tour, a record-shattering global phenomenon selling out stadiums in minutes, breaking ticketing systems, and injecting billions into local economies. Every performance was an immersive, 3-hour journey through her entire career, complete with fan Easter eggs, surprise song reveals, and a level of production most pop stars could only dream of. Travis Kelce, meanwhile, was riding high on the Kansas City Chiefs' Super Bowl victory. His charisma extended far beyond the field. He hosted Saturday Night Live, fronted commercials for national brands, and co-hosted a popular podcast with his brother, New Heights. He wasn't just an elite athlete, he was an entertainer, a face the NFL could market to audiences who didn't even follow football. When rumors began linking the two, the media frenzy was immediate. Their worlds collided at a Chiefs game in September when Taylor was spotted in the VIP suite alongside Travis's mother, Donna Kelce. The image of America's most famous pop star cheering from the stands for one of the NFL's most marketable players was a media goldmine. Ticket sales for Chiefs games spiked. NFL broadcasts referenced Taylor's songs. Swifties, many of whom had never watched a football game, suddenly knew the difference between a tight end and a wide receiver. They became the it couple of the season, a fusion of music royalty and sports royalty. Magazine covers speculated about their future. TikTok was flooded with lip-reading attempts from sideline footage. Late-night hosts turned their every move into a punchline. For their respective industries, the pairing was a perfect storm. For the NFL, it was an injection of pop culture relevance. For Taylor's team, it was another chapter in her ongoing public narrative, this time not a breakup ballad, but a cross-genre, cross-audience romance. But as the coverage reached a fever pitch, some began to question, was this truly an organic love story, or had it been amplified, maybe even orchestrated for mutual benefit? The height of their fame together was undeniable. But with the spotlight comes scrutiny, and the cracks in the fairy tale were about to show. The first cracks didn't come from a dramatic fight or a tabloid expose. They came from whispers, side glances, and a growing sense that the story being told in public didn't quite match the reality behind the scenes. By late 2023, some fans were already skeptical. The timing of their public debut, midway through the Eras tour and during the NFL's most lucrative stretch of the season, felt almost too perfect. PR watchers on social media dissected the sequence of events, Travis casually mentioning on his podcast that he'd tried to give Taylor his phone number on a friendship bracelet, followed by weeks of speculation, and then, suddenly, her front and center at a Chiefs game in front of every sports camera in America. Certain NFL broadcasts seemed to linger on Taylor's reactions just a little too long, turning touchdowns into memes and cutting to her between plays as if she were part of the game itself. The league leaned into it. Merchandise sales, social media posts, and even marketing campaigns seemed to subtly weave her into the NFL's narrative. The fan reactions began to split. Swifties accused the NFL of exploiting her fame to boost ratings. Football traditionalists complained that her presence was distracting from the game. And amid the noise, an undercurrent of conspiracy theories emerged, claims that the relationship was a PR stunt designed to benefit both sides, or worse, to distract from unrelated controversies in the NFL. For Taylor and Travis, the scrutiny was double-edged. Every affectionate glance was replayed and analyzed. Every absence was treated like a red flag. When Taylor missed a game due to tour commitments, headlines asked if there was trouble in paradise. When Travis appeared at events without her body language, experts broke down his posture like a crime scene. Even subtle things fed the narrative. Taylor's famously protective inner circle, including her close friends, remained unusually quiet about Travis in interviews. Travis, known for his playful candor, seemed to dodge certain questions about their future. None of it was damning, but in the court of public opinion, patterns, real or imagined, begin to stick. It wasn't a scandal. Not yet. But the shift was clear. The fairy tale had competition from the growing suspicion that this love story might not be as spontaneous as it seemed. It didn't happen all at once. There was no single headline that ended the fairy tale. Instead, it was a slow turning of the tide, a series of moments, headlines, and online debates that shifted the tone from fascination to fatigue, from dreamy romance to public skepticism. By early 2024, the coverage had become relentless. Every move Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce made, together or apart, was tracked, photographed, and turned into a story. When she flew across continents between tour dates to attend his playoff games, commentators wondered aloud whether it was romance or branding. When he was spotted at an LA party without her, gossip accounts immediately framed it as cracks in the relationship. Then came the opinion pieces. High-profile columnists questioned whether Taylor's presence at games had overshadowed the sport itself. Some NFL insiders grumbled anonymously to reporters that the league had crossed a line, turning football broadcasts into a reality show subplot. On social media, once playful jokes about Taylor's Chiefs era turned sharper, tinged with cynicism. The couple's supporters pushed back, insisting the relationship was genuine and that the public had no right to dictate how they showed up for each other. But the louder the defense, the more the counter-narratives gained traction. Online, conspiracy theories multiplied. One claimed the romance was part of a long-term NFL marketing strategy to expand its female audience. Another alleged it was orchestrated to feed Taylor's upcoming album cycle, a way to weave a fresh love story into her songwriting. The most cynical insisted both parties had signed off on a calculated arrangement from the start. The speculation only intensified when a few moments landed badly in the public eye. In one televised sideline interaction, Travis appeared distracted while Taylor tried to talk to him. A harmless clip, but one that went viral under captions like, "She's more into it than he is." Another moment, where Taylor seemed to duck away from cameras at a post-game party, was dissected as evidence that the attention was wearing thin. Even their most ordinary actions became loaded. If Taylor skipped a game, it was distance. If Travis skipped a show, it was trouble. If they were photographed together, the poses were compared to earlier outings, with body language experts charting perceived drops in chemistry like stock market analysts. By the time both faced the challenge of their overlapping schedules, Taylor's international tour dates and Travis's NFL season, it was clear that the public narrative was no longer entirely in their hands. They could post loving photos and make playful comments, but those moments competed with an avalanche of hot takes, think pieces, and speculative gossip that fed on every ambiguity. The story that began as a cultural fairy tale was now something else entirely, a PR battle neither of them had asked for, but both were forced to fight. If there was a single word to describe this stage of the relationship, it was claustrophobic. By the middle of 2024, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce had become the kind of celebrity couple who couldn't walk into a restaurant without it becoming breaking news. But it wasn't the romantic, glamorous kind of attention anymore. It was the kind that felt invasive, exhausting, and, at times, hostile. The constant media presence began to show in subtle ways. At games, Taylor stopped leaning into the camera with her earlier ease. Instead, she was often caught in fleeting, neutral expressions, as if aware that every smile or frown would be dissected online. Travis, once eager to joke about their relationship in interviews, started sidestepping questions with vague, diplomatic answers. Then came the incident that signaled just how tense things had become. At an away game late in the season, a live broadcast camera zoomed in on Taylor in the stands. She noticed, leaned toward a friend, and appeared to say something that, when captured and lip-read by millions online, was interpreted as, "They need to stop." Within hours, it was trending worldwide, fueling narratives that she was done with the public circus. Behind the scenes, both were navigating schedules that barely allowed them to see each other. Taylor's Eras tour had expanded into new continents, demanding months away from a U.S. Travis was deep into NFL commitments, with training, games, and team obligations leaving little room for personal time. The distance fed rumors, and the rumors fed clicks. Even their inner circles couldn't shield them. Friends and family were approached by tabloids, offered money for inside details. Anonymous sources claimed fights over career priorities, jealousy over attention, and frustration with constant scrutiny. Whether those stories were true didn't matter. What mattered was that they kept coming. For Taylor, it was an uncomfortable echo of past relationships that had been consumed by public obsession. For Travis, it was a new experience. He'd been famous before, but never like this, never under the unblinking gaze of a global fan base that monitored his every step. By now, the relationship wasn't just a personal connection between two people. It had become a living, breathing storyline owned by the media, shaped by strangers, and endlessly debated by fans. And for both of them, the question loomed: how do you protect something private when the world refuses to look away? The Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce saga was more than a celebrity romance. It was a masterclass in how modern culture consumes love stories in real time, and how quickly admiration can turn into interrogation. In the past, celebrity couples could disappear between public appearances. Paparazzi photos were rare, and interviews were carefully managed. Now every second is documented. Social media doesn't just follow the story. It builds it, edits it, and spins it into 1,000 competing narratives. For Taylor Swift, the relationship became part of her ongoing mythology. Fans dissected her lyrics for hidden meanings about Travis, connected outfits to game days, and even tracked her jet flights to guess where she'd appear next. For Travis Kelce, it was an unprecedented crossover moment, his face in tabloids alongside Grammy red carpet photos, his name in conversations far outside the sports pages. But this was also a cautionary tale. The constant exposure blurred the line between reality and performance. Was every public moment genuine? Or had the couple learned to play to the cameras, knowing that silence or absence could spark negative headlines? On a larger scale, the relationship reflected a cultural shift. We no longer consume celebrity relationships as passive observers. We participate. Fans create viral edits, investigate social media patterns, and speculate openly about private lives as if they were public property. And in doing so, we shape the very narratives we claim to simply watch. In this environment, truth becomes slippery. A romantic gesture can be reframed as a publicity stunt. A missed appearance can become a split. And the people at the center, no matter how genuine their connection, are forced to navigate a love story that isn't entirely theirs anymore. The legacy of this pairing may not be about whether Taylor and Travis lasted. It may be about what their time together revealed. That in the digital age, love under the spotlight isn't just tested by compatibility, it's tested by whether it can survive the audience. The roar of the crowd fades. The game clock hits 0. Travis Kelce walks off the field, helmet in hand, cameras trailing his every step. Somewhere in the stands, Taylor Swift is already making her exit, slipping through a private tunnel toward a waiting car. In a few hours, both will be in different cities, maybe even on different continents. The headlines will follow them. So will the speculation. Fans will pore over their Instagram posts, compare outfits, and analyze lyrics or podcast comments for hidden meaning. Every choice, what they share, what they hide, will be interpreted, twisted, and reinterpreted again. It's the paradox of modern celebrity romance. The more the world sees, the less it truly knows. The story the public consumes may be built from real moments, real feelings, but it's still just a story, told through the fractured lens of media, fan culture, and the algorithms that feed on attention. And maybe that's the real question this relationship leaves us with. In a time when love can be live-streamed, hashtagged, and monetized, can two people ever really keep it theirs? Or will the audience always become the third partner in the relationship? Because under the spotlight, the line between reality and performance isn't just blurred, it's gone.
So I wanted to show you something.
Okay, what do we got?
We got,
A briefcase,
yep,
mint green with TS
Yep.
on it.
yep.
What's in it?
This is my brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
TS12!
Go out there this year after her passing and win this Super Bowl in that Chiefs uniform with her initials on their uniform. That's something special, and I know the Hunt family is extremely proud.
I know we want to talk about football right now, but as I look at Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, we've been talking about the relationship all year long. That right there is special. That woman is damn near in tears. Travis is emotional. That's real love. That's what you can get when you have the good support of a woman behind you. He has had one hell of a season. And the playoff run that he had when he ended a
So I wanted to show you something.
Okay, what do we got?
We got,
A briefcase,
yep,
mint green with TS
Yep.
on it.
yep.
What's in it?
This is my brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
TS12!
Yeah.
Taylor, how's Brazil?
Congrats.
There we go!
Taylor, beautiful guys.
Taylor, one look. Taylor, one look. Beautiful, beautiful.